Hello everyone, in an earlier video I showed you all of the suits you can unlock in Spider-Man, and I want to thank PlayStation for providing me with a copy of this game. Now every suit that you craft, you also get a suit power, well most of them. And the suit powers are not tied to that individual suit. You can actually mix and match any suit power that you own with any suit that you own, really truly allowing you to customize your character. Now in this video I'm going to actually showcase all of the abilities, talk to you, show you how they work in a single combat challenge. You're going to do it in the same place so we can see how they compare under the same conditions. Some of them are good, some of them not so much. So the first one you're going to unlock is the battle focus. Actually probably my favorite one of my favorite ones. You get that when you unlock the advanced suit. It's going to allow you to regenerate your focus for a short period of time. Now the focus is going to be the bar right under my health on the left. Whenever you're low on health, you can use focus to heal yourself. You can also use focus to do combat finishers, and that's hitting the triangle button and circle button at the same time. So activating this ability, now all of these have to be activated with L3 and R3, but activating this ability allows you to recharge that focus quickly, allowing you to, in a pinch, heal yourself, or if you need some focus so you can do some finishing moves if you start getting overrun. It is very, very versatile. There's a finisher right here. Not very flashy, but it is very efficient. Now the classic suit, the repaired version, gives you the web blossom suit power. You're going to be able to leap into the air and web everything in sight. Actually, it's a one-use thing, but it is actually pretty effective. I'm going to come down here and activate it again with my two thumbsticks. Knocks everyone down. A few of them are webbed to the ground, so they're eliminated from combat. Some of the other enemies just get knocked down. Here, let's go outside and do it on a bigger group here. Several of them tied to the ground on the wall back there. So it's pretty cool, but it's a single-use ability. Doesn't last very long. The No-R suit. This is going to actually give you sound of silence. Enemies no longer call for backup when alerted. Now I have to go outside of my combat challenge here. I'm going to a Fish Hideout, and there's a guy, a sniper back here in the corner. I'm going to go ahead and test it on him. Now when I activate this, if he sees me, he's not going to tell anyone else. I just activated it. He's going to notice me here in a second, and he can't call for backup. If you're a stealth player, you might find this one useful. Now, you may notice on the top right, under sound, next to the sound of silence, you see the blue meter. When it runs out, that means the suit power is ending. It has to recharge fully again before you can use it again. All right, so next up is the Scarlet Spider Suit. That's going to give you a hollow decoy. And this is going to spawn multiple hollow decoys that stun attacking enemies. And it's really kind of cool. I didn't use it during my first playthrough of the game. First used it here while testing it and recording this video. I activated the ability and it spawned 3 decoys. Now it actually really confuses and messes up the enemy AI. They get stunned, they don't know where I'm at. So it allows me to kind of run around and do some house cleaning here a little bit safer. They're not all going to fall for it, and eventually the hollow decoys will go away. It'll fade. But it is a pretty nifty ability, and it lasts a long time. Some of these you're going to notice last a very short period of time. Some of them will last longer. Now the MK2 suit gives you bulletproof ability. You're bulletproof against all enemies, even snipers. So we're going to go back to that same combat challenge here, but we're going to go to the second phase. And in the second phase, there's some snipers up on the roof here. And I'm standing here now. You can see my gauge on the top right. It's actually going down real slowly, so it's going to allow me to soak up a lot of damage. It's not going to do anything against melee damage, but if you're dealing with nothing but shooters, activate this ability and you can go around and clear out an entire area before this ability runs out. Alright, so next up is the Secret War Suit, and it's going to unlock Arms Race. Now this is going to discharge an EMP, it's going to stun enemies and disable their weapons. I don't think this is very efficient, not as effective as many of the other ones. So I'm going to come down here, activate it, it'll stun them. Actually, the guy back there dropped a grenade. So there was something, but I actually really don't think this is a very good suit power, in my opinion, but it depends on your playstyle, of course. Now the Stark suit's going to unlock the Spider Bro ability. It's going to call in a Spider Bro to temporarily aid in combat. I am so disappointed I didn't even use this at all during my playthrough. I first used it right here, and it was brilliant. I just activated it, and it's going to literally clear out this entire area. It's electrocuting bunch of enemies. When you electrocute an enemy, it'll chain to other enemies. And you can see they're all electrocuted. Electrocution is actually a damage over time ability. Now, there's a lot of electrocution in some of these suit powers, so we'll see it again and again. Now, the negative suit has a devastating wave of negative energy. It's a very short, single-use ability. I don't like this one at all, actually. You may like it, I don't know. All it does is just kind of knock down people and they got to get back up. Wouldn't you rather have a spider, bro? Just saying. All right, so moving on to the electronically insulated suit. Gonna get the electric punch. This is going to electrify your gauntlet. So whenever you hit someone, it's gonna electrocute them. And again, that's a damage over time ability. Of course, you have to go around to electrify him. Which, again, Spider Bro would just kind of do it all for you, while you can then go do something else. But it does look pretty cool. And it's about to end here in just a second. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next suit power. That is from the Spider-Punk suit, and that's called Rock Out. Now, it blasts enemies with waves of righteous sound. This is absolutely terrible suit power, but it is the best looking and most fun one in this game. So we're going to activate it here. That's it. All it's going to do is a single wave, just like the negative suit did. The enemies are going to get blasted back, get knocked down, and come back up at you. But if you blinked, you might have missed it. So let's just go ahead and let's just jump down there and let's do it one more time in case you blinked.
Take them all out.
So there you go. Really cool effect. I like it. It's just not very effective whatsoever. Now the wrestler suit's going to unlock the King of the Ring suit power. So web throwing enemies without having to web them up. Normally you have to hit the R1, the web shooter, tie them up, and then you can web throw them. And basically you can just swing them around and then throw them into other enemies. And not having to web them up first is actually pretty cool. It's probably not as efficient, I don't think, as some of the other abilities. It's definitely going to be more of a situational power. Now the Fear Itself suit is going to give you quad damage. All you're going to do is increase of massive damage. So damage buff. Doesn't really look cool either, so it's not my favorite suit power. It doesn't blast through enemy shields. It doesn't really do anything other than give you a little bit more damage output. It really makes you work for it. All right, so next up is the stealth suit. This one I'm going to have to actually go outside of the combat challenge as well. It's going to create a distortion field that obscures you from non-alerted enemies' vision. If I went to the combat arena, as soon as you enter it, they're immediately alerted. So I found this group here. They're about to see me. Pop up my distortion field. They don't see me. I'm going to accidentally exit it in just a second. And you'll see immediately they'll be alerted to me. There they are. But they're clueless. So if you're a stealth player, you might find some use for this. Otherwise, I don't find it very effective. Now, the MK3 is going to give you titanium alloy plates. Now, this is going to allow you to reflect all bullets except for sniper rounds back at shooters. This combat challenge is probably not the best place to do it. The second wave of this has snipers, and that doesn't work. But this first wave here, this first initial group does. There's two guys that do have guns. So I'm just going to kind of get close to them, and you'll see the bullets kind of bounce off of me. It's, again, another one of those situational suit powers that I don't know how right it would normally work. I like to have something that's going to work all the time. All right, so the 2099 black suit gives you low gravity. This is the worst suit power, in my opinion. It decreases gravity while in the air. Now, if you have any sort of skill while doing traversal or doing normal, regular air combat, you're not going to have any use for low gravity. You fall to the ground slightly slower, I guess. I didn't really notice too much of a difference, but it's already over, and it's a very short duration on that. Now, the Iron Spider suit gives you iron arms. This suit power is awesome. You're going to wreak havoc with 4 articulated arms made from rapidly grown monoatomic iron alloy crystal. I'm going to clear out this entire first encounter here during the duration of this Iron Arms. It lasts long. Guys with shields, no problem. I'm just gonna go running around, and it looks cool. That's kind of the nice thing about this one. I should have dodged there, but I didn't. I guess technically you have 6 arms. Or is it 2 arms and 4 legs? Not entirely sure how that calculates. But we're going to move on to the MK4 suit. And it's going to give you a defense shield. You're going to be invincible for a short period of time. Now for the testing purposes of this video, I'm going to activate it and just kind of stand here. You're going to see the meter in the top right corner go down. Once that ends, of course, we're going to start taking damage again. But for testing purposes, just wanted to make sure I wasn't going to take any damage. And of course, I don't. If you're using this suit power, you're going to want to run around and kill everyone. Alright, so the Spirit Spider gives you Spirit Fire, and that's going to channel unstable waves of damaging ethereal energy from somewhere. This looks really cool. All it is, though, is a increase in the damage. So on any of your kicks or punches. But they got the blue skulls coming up. It looks really cool. Definitely more of a show suit power, and it's already over, so another short duration on that. The 2099 white suit gives you concussive strike. So basically every time you hit an enemy, you're going to send them back flying on every attack. This one is very situational as well. If you're being swarmed by a larger group, it's pretty nifty, especially if you knock them down and then use your web shooter right away so they can't get back up. Just for this demonstration, I'm just going to run around and hitting as many people as I can, seeing how long it lasts. Alright, so the vintage comic book suit, all you do is install your enemy's pride with the quips. It's actually not useful at all in combat. You have to be out of combat. But here you go.
Suit's riding up again. I knew I should have gone with sweatpants. You know, some days I get this weird urge to write a rock opera. I wonder if my enemies appreciate the work I put into my quips. Sometimes I think people just focus on the spider and forget there's a man here too.
And there's actually well over a dozen quips. I don't know how many, but that's all it is, just fun. Now the last dance suit gives you unrelenting fury. Enemies cannot block or interrupt your attacks, even if they have shields. I'd like that. Anything you can do to not have to try to deal with the shields. Not that it's very hard to deal with anyways, just sliding under and behind them, but whatever. So again, if you want to get your combo up high, this is kind of a cool ability. And not having to worry about them blocking you. But there are many other attacks in your arsenal that you can use in case there are blocking enemies. So I'm not entirely sure of how efficient that one is either. Now the anti-ox suit gives you resupply. It gives you, basically it's going to allow you to continuously refill your current gadget shots. Not very useful on this one either, unfortunately. Now, if you look at the web shooter gauge at the very top right, I activated the ability and it doesn't drain. During the duration of this suit power, I have unlimited web shooter shots. Alright, so before we head into the last suit, there was a last minute patch of the game after I made this video that added a suit power to the velocity suit, which previously didn't offer a new power. So this one offers faster sprinting and real-time momentum transfer to knock down enemies. So I wanted to squeeze this one in here before we get to the last one. Now, what I'm going to do here is kind of get behind them and then activate this. And this is basically going to allow you to sprint faster. It's not going to be good for navigating the world of swinging, of course, is the much faster way. But you can activate this and bull rush enemies. I'm not sure how useful it will be. I do feel like it could have some good use on rooftops when you just kind of want to knock people off of rooftops pretty quickly and easily. Now the undies, this suit you get once you've completed 100% of the game, gives you the equalizer suit power. Everyone goes down in one hit, including you. So it's pretty cool. It's a very short duration, but during that short duration you can take out a whole bunch of enemies. Be careful, a single shot from a gun or any single hit from anyone is going to immediately be death for you. And the suit power is already over. It doesn't last very long. So that's it. We made it through. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Hit the like button. Of course, go into the comments. Let me know what you think of the powers, which one's your favorite. Is there any combos that you use with any of the other skills? I'd be interested to hear. So please subscribe and we'll see you soon.